Okay, so I just decided to start over. 96 degrees. Now I can tell you the temperature because I was backing out of a parking spot from the grocery store. So, what I wanted to do is just let you all know that I feel so free now. I was talking to my counselor. She gave me ideas on how I could talk to my neighbor. Oh, hang on, you all, because
Muchas
gracias a
Que
usted.
tenga buen día. ¿Cómo
Igualmente.
está?
Bien,
¿Todo
bien,
bien?
sí, bien calladito ahí. Me gusta mucho que esté callado así.
Y su
Sí.
hijo y su nuera también, ¿verdad? Bien a
También
gusto.
no se han quejado de nada. Nada.
Qué bueno. Bueno, cualquier
Ok.
cosa ya sabe.
Ok, gracias. Okay, y'all, it's because I was paying my rent and she brought me out the receipt. And she was asking me if everything was good there. And I said, oh, yes, we love it. It's quiet. And then she asked about my son and my daughter-in-law. And I was like, oh, yeah, they have not complained for nothing. Like, we love it there. Which we do, for the exception of the special neighbor that we have. But that's what I wanted to get to. So I was talking to my counselor about it all because she saw how stressed I was. I was really stressing out about everything, especially after the way she spoke to me yesterday. And the counselor just let me know, like, it's okay, Moon, to say no. That it's okay for you to say, I'm sorry, I'm not available. It's okay. You don't have to put yourself out like this, and it seems like this is disturbing your peace, and you should really consider in not doing it if you don't feel comfortable doing it, especially with everything that you're telling me. And then I was telling her, like, yeah, because I'm having, like, not flashbacks, but like premonitions of her suing me for something, anything, either suing me or telling me that I'm gonna have to fork out the vet bill for her dog because she doesn't feel like he's doing very well. She seems like that type of person, and I'm like, I don't want that in my life. I don't need that in my life. So as soon as I left the counseling, I got in the car and I texted her right away and I said, hey, so I was thinking, I don't think I can meet your expectations with your dog. I really like him. He likes me. However, he seems to require more care. And I may not be able to do that the way you do. And if this other person, this other lady that you were going to take him to, if she's got the experience and she can provide that for him, I think it would be more, we would feel more comfortable with her taking care of him. And surprisingly, she did not get mad. Oh, and then I also said that I didn't want any, like, strife between both of us. Like, I didn't want any conflict between both of us either, now or in the future, So surprisingly, she responded with, okay, I'll check if she's still available. So apparently, I don't think she felt comfortable with me either. I don't think she felt like I could do a good enough job, which is fine. Personally, I don't think there is that much wrong with her dog. Her dog is a sweet pup. I've spoken about him before on my videos. I think it's her. I think she needs that extra help, and I'm not able to provide for both, if that makes any sense. And maybe this other lady is, or I really wish her the best of luck, this lady that's going to take care of it, because I don't know, I'm afraid she's going to try to find something on her as well, and she's going to try to do something. I hope she doesn't get sued, by her. But yeah, like I've learned today that whenever she asks for something, like, oh, Moon, can you go check on my packages? Can you bring them in and I'll get them from you later? I'm sorry, I'm not available. Oh, Moon, can you move my plants because the lawn people are coming and I'm not there? I'm sorry, I'm not available. Moon, do you think you can watch my dog for at least an hour so I can go get my nails done? I'm sorry, I'm not available. And dog anymore. I'm not even gonna pick. That sucks because he likes for me to pick him up. But I'm just gonna have to bend down and pet him for now on and not pick him up. You all, that made me feel really bad yesterday when she did that to me. When I got the dog and she was like, "Oh, please don't pick him up like that. You're gonna hurt his little ligaments." She never said anything about that before. And if I was hurting the dog, he would have been crying. He would have been showing signs of distress, you know. But I was like, okay, like, no, like, I'm done, you know. And so I'm not even going to pick him up outside either. You know, I'll be cordial. I'll say hello to her and the dog, and I'll pet him, you know, if she lets me. I'll bend down and pet him. But I'm not going to be picking him up anymore. And it sucks because I really liked him. But she brought this on herself. She honestly did. And that's what happens. That's what happens when you know, try to take advantage of somebody that's willing to help you. And they talk to you badly, or they start treating you badly. And it's like, what? No. But I'm relieved. I'm relieved now because, like I said, now I don't have to worry about this responsibility that I was willing to take on as a favor, right? And I can go on with my life, and I am going to go on with my life with no guilt. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not going to have any guilt. And I'm not going to make myself available for anybody other than my kids. That's the way it should be anyway. Like, I found out the hard way on how people that you want to help will take advantage of you, complete advantage of you. You know? And lesson learned. And I'm glad that I learned it before it got worse. I'm getting Taco Bell. I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm back, you all. Okay. So, yeah. And I was thinking, like, that's why I didn't remain being a provider. I was a provider for my mother during her last months. And the company had called me to see if I could, you know, become a provider for someone else. But then I remembered my mom telling me when she was a provider on how she would get accused of stealing undergarments from elderly ladies. I mean, these ladies are older in age and everything, and they're ill. And so, you know, they would say the most outrageous things, even though my mom wasn't doing it, but she didn't like being accused of stealing. And I don't blame her. Who likes to be accused of stealing? So I quit with that provider, with that agency, because I was like, no, I don't want them to call me, and I don't want to go through that. Like, my record is clean. Like, I have nothing on my record, you know, and I'm not, people have tried to tarnish me, by the way. They've tried their best, you know, their personal best to come at me and do something to me, like ruining my reputation. But I'm like, nope. And anyhow, yeah, I'm just so glad to be done with this. Like, I need to start, like I mentioned before, I need to start taking care of myself. I'm not taking care of myself, you know. I involve myself in trying to take care of other people and their needs, and it's starting to bite me in the butt, and I don't want that. So I would rather just start keeping to myself like before and not do anything anymore. And it sucks for others, because there's some people that are nice that you can help out, but you know what, I still do. I help out my cousin by taking him to dialysis when he needs me, or or picking him up from dialysis. You know, I help out my aunt. So I'm good with that. You know, I'll help out family that needs my help and wants my help. But I'm not going to offer anymore. Because, like I said, it bites me in the butt. And I was watching this video, and I need to go back and re-watch that video. And it's a person that I don't always agree with, but he did like a little 15-minute video on friendships and how it's better off that you're alone than to have friends, because friends take advantage of you. Friends just want to ruin you. And I was listening to part of it this morning before my appointment, and I was like, you know what? He's absolutely right. It doesn't pay off to have friends anymore. You want to have friends, but it doesn't pay off anymore, because this is what they do. You know, people will disappoint you. I don't know. I feel like some people strive to disappoint you, and others, they just don't have any self-awareness. But in the meantime, you're allowing that in your spirit, you're allowing that in your mind, and it starts to mess with you, you know? And I'm like, you know, he's right. Like, I'm better off not having any friends. I have a friend that, you know, I'll talk to every now and then. I'll send her videos. She sends me videos. And I think we're good. We're in a good place like that. You know, we're not hovering over each other. We're not constantly making plans with each other. You know, I think we're both good with our friendship the way it is. Why change it? If it's not broken, don't fix it, you know? But, you know, other than that, like I was told, I'm good. I am good. Thank you very much. I am good. I'd rather just concentrate on myself, my marriage, and my kids. With people that actually appreciate me. They don't doubt me. They trust me completely. They'll trust me with their children. They'll trust me with their finances, you know? These are the people that I want to be surrounded with, which is my family. I don't need to be getting myself involved with strangers. It doesn't pay off. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It just doesn't pay off. So anyway, you all, thank you for listening. I'm so relieved. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your prayers. Maybe this is what you all prayed for me, that I could get myself out of this, because it didn't sound really nice anymore. And I appreciate it if you did pray for me. So I'm just done, like I said, with people. I don't know why I keep repeating myself, but you know, I'm just done with. If you don't want me in your life, I don't want you in my life either. Thank you very much. You go your way, I'll go mine, and we'll both be happy, right? So thank you all for listening. Lots of love, hugs, and prayers, and I will talk to you all again soon. Bye. And I can still feel my tabby with me, so there. Bye.